Hello, MRGP municipalities. My name is Ashley Carver, and I am an environmental analyst within the Stormwater program. Today, I'm here to show you how to set up your ANROnline account. You will soon be getting notification from our program about reapplication for your municipal roads general permit and the updates to our submittal requirements. In the previous years, we accepted paper copies and email copies, and during the pandemic, ANROnline was created to streamline receipt of applications and fees because we are currently working outside of the office and at home, and there is not someone in the office every day opening mail and processing applications. So this is just a more streamlined process, and once you get it set up, it's very easy to use, and I hope that you find this video helpful as I walk you through. In the letter that you will get, we will send a link to ANROnline. When we send that link, you will just have to follow it, and then you can follow our instructions on how to set up your account. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me directly. Again, Ashley Carver. My email address is ashley.carver@vermont.gov, and my telephone number is 802-490-6906. So again, you're always welcome to reach out to me during this process if you find yourself having troubles. So this is the main page for ANROnline. You will get this link in the email that we will send out, and then you can click on it and it'll bring you right here. The first step would be you want to register. Some people may already have an account. So if you already have an ANROnline account, these first steps will not apply to you, but the next steps with finding the form and submitting will. So if you've never used ANROnline before, you'll come to this link and you'll go up here and hit register. So to register, you just enter in your name and your email. So I created an email account to have these go to. And then you just have to create a password, and the password has to be a lowercase and uppercase, a number, and a special character with an 8-character minimum. I do recommend, if you have multiple people who may be submitting these, they will need their own accounts. So I did my password, my name, my email address, my phone number, and my password. It meets all these requirements, so they're green, and so I'm going to hit register. So this is going to now tell me that it sent me a confirmation code. So I'm going to go over to my email, and hopefully soon it'll come through. You can just refresh your email. So here it is. If you don't see it come through your email, check on to your spam. Sometimes they do go there. And you should, if it does go there, you should add it to your safe sender. So I'm going to click on this. It's just going to tell me that I successfully created an account, and then it's going to give me my confirmation code. I always copy it, but you can just type it in if you want. And then I'm going to go back and enter in my confirmation code and hit confirm code. So now my account has been activated. So now it's going to ask me for that password that I set up before. So I just want to plug that in and sign in. And then you can choose for it to remember it or not. And then you can just read this. Depends on if you want them to tell you every time. I don't, because it doesn't give me much information besides these are the two agencies that have forms on this site. So, okay, so now we want to fill out our forms. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you have your application form completed and ready. So we will be sending around that renewal notice of intent or NOI, and you want to complete that and save it into your drive somewhere on your computer. We don't have the form available right now. Otherwise, I could walk you through that. If when it does come out, if you have questions about that, you can always feel free to reach out to Jim or I, and we can help you. So this next step is for when you have your application completed and ready to submit. So what you're going to do next is you're going to use this key right here. It says Form Finder. So you're going to click on that. And again, these instructions are all going to be in the email. This is just kind of walking you through it so that you can see it happening from someone. So what you're going to do is you're going to type in watershed generic, and it should bring up the forms. So this first one, Watershed Management Division generic application / report submission and fee payment form. So you want to click on that. And it's going to generate this form. So this form just basically tells you that there are forms that are completely done online, and to check this list to see if your form can be done. None of the MRGP forms are on here, so I know it's not going to be in this list. So I'm just going to scroll down and hit begin form entry. Okay, so you want to put in who the contact person is, and then just fill out this information just like you would. And then my email, I am going to use my state email just for this. And then right here, so select the watershed management division program that this submission is for. So this one's going to be for stormwater. So you want to select stormwater. And then it's going to ask you what type. So this is a permit application. And I know that that can be confusing because sometimes we say notice of intent, reapplication, all those are the same thing as an application. It's just an application. So you're going to click the permit application, and then there's this drop down. So you want to find the 9040 Municipal Roads General Permit, MRGP, and select it. And then it's going to ask you what type of application. So this one is a renewal because this is the next cycle of the municipal road. So you're renewing your previous permit. Then once you get that information, you can scroll down here and hit next. If there was any information that was missing from the previous screen, this would not be green, this would be red. And that's your indication that you need to go back and fix a section. But if you fill out all the red asterisks, then you should not run into that. So here is where you upload your file or files. It depends on how many files you had to upload. So you can either drag them. So if you have, say you have this file and you just want to take it and drag it and drop it there, you can, or you can navigate through the choose file. And then you would just navigate to where you are and where you saved it. So I'm going to go into this one and attach it. And it kind of tells me the status. So now I have 2 files. If you wanted to add a comment, you could. You do not have to. It's not required. And then the next section is the fee payment. So you're going to hit next. And so all MRGP applications have a $640 fee. It's not auto-filled because this is a generic form used for multiple permits and multiple permitting sections. So there's no way to put in an exact amount. However, for the MRGP, it is $640. $400 application review fee and $240 administrative processing fee. So you add that $640 and then you go to review, which is in the next section. So this is where you just want to say, okay, is all this information right? And if something was wrong, you would just click on that section and I could change my last name. And then I would go back to review and now it's going to say, is this right? And now it is right. I wanted to change my name. So this is telling you that you have $640 due. And so you want to hit certify and submit. And then you just need to read this statement and make sure that you know what you are submitting. And then I'm going to submit and finalize my submission. And then this comes up. So this is saying that I owe a payment. The fastest way to get this up and running and to get your application complete is to pay online. So here you'd hit pay online. And this will come up. So you can either enter in your credit card information if the municipality has one, or the checking information. This is what most people do because they don't have a credit card associated with their business that they're working for. So it's the same thing. You just want to make sure that you exactly fill these in. So the name on the account has to be the exact name. If town is abbreviated or anything is abbreviated, you need to make sure that it's exactly how the bank statement is. Same with billing information. It has to be written exactly how the account is. And then once this is filled in, this pay button will then become bright blue. And you can select it. The least preferred method is to pay by mail. So when you hit pay by mail, it gives you the instructions that you download this payment voucher because we need to know where to apply the funds. So then the payment voucher opens here and it just tells you you owe $640 and you would attach this. It tells you to pay it to Treasurer, State of Vermont, and where to mail it. And then once you download that, you would print it and send it with your check. And then that's it. So then after this, after you're done that, you can return to home or you can view your submission. And so your submission just kind of tells you where it's at. It tells you that I submitted this form. These were my attachments. I completed it. Since our business office or our boss team has not processed it yet, I can still revise it. So if there's any information you need to change, you can hit this revise section. You can print it, you can download it for your records, and you can review your confirmation. And then that's it. So this will then come to our team, and our team will process it for admin completeness and pass it through the process of getting it reviewed and putting it on public notice. And you want to make sure that you do this by the deadline that will be outlined in the email that you will get. And if you have any questions about the ANROnline aspect of this, you can feel free to reach out to me. And if you have any questions about filling out the form or any other questions about the MRGP, you can reach out to Jim Ryan and we will get those things sorted out so that we can ensure that you are compliant with your permit. Thanks so much for watching. And again, if you have any questions, concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.